Nerds, welcome to JerAwards. Today is our Season 9 recap. We just finished Season 9 of Supernatural. It's late. I finished it yesterday. I'm about to start Season 10. Jesus Christ, we're almost at episode 200. We're just moving it through. If you're new here, at the end of each of the seasons of our big shows, we choke. We have a little bit of a recap, and we just go through some of the plot points and kind of do our JerAwards, favorite episode, favorite moment, favorite kiss, etc. And that's what we're going to do today. Overall, season number 9 is all about the fall of the angels. End of season 8, Crowley almost has humanity. The angels fall thanks to Metatron making Castiel do kind of a fake spell that he thought was helping them do something else. And all the angels fall and they come to Earth, and there seems to be different sort of factions. Castiel doesn't have his grace. He's human. Crowley has a weird bit of humanity, so they have a parallel there. Angels are fighting for power. Metatron's lurking about somewhere up in heaven. And Abaddon's back. Those are the big things. Over the course of it, all of the factions either die or mesh together to create something new. And you had one half following Metatron, and once Castiel steals another angel's grace, you have another half following him. Comes down to like a battle of wit between those two. Crowley tries to become demon again, the demon king, but still using blood to feel some humanity here and there. Crowley needs Abaddon out of the picture because she's trying to run hell. Crowley uses the Winchesters to help him, which leads to a scenario I'm going to talk about in just a second. Because of the fall and the spell that was being done, it took a lot out of Sam through the trials. Sam, on his last breath, is dying, and Dean runs into an angel by the name of Ezekiel. Ezekiel then possesses Sam to help heal him, while Kevin also tries to help out with some stuff, but push comes to shove, and we find out that that's not Ezekiel. It's an angel by the name of Gadriel. Gadriel was the angel that let the serpent into the garden, which caused Eve to take a bite of the apple, the forbidden fruit, aka bust a nut. And then from there, sin was created, and then Earth is the way that it is. So Gadriel's been locked up for an eternity. He means well, but at the same time he doesn't. He once they find this truth out, Gadriel works with Metatron to eliminate some people and recruit angels. He ends up killing Kevin, which was fucking heartbreaking. Mama Tran takes Kevin's ghost at some point. Once that truth is revealed, Sam and Dean kind of butt heads, and Dean's like, I did it to save you. And Sam says, you're always trying to save me. I don't ask for that. Sam was ready to die, and it was actually meeting with death himself before Dean like faked him. Even Bobby kind of, that's what I'm looking for, tricked him into staying alive. Tricked him. So now the possession, killing that, being bamboozled. So once Sam realizes that, he tells Dean he can no longer trust him the way that he should be able to, and that they're going to work together. They're just going to be partners, not brothers, and those are their conditions. And that's how they are for a majority of the season. So now Crowley, working with Dean, decides to go visit somebody because they need the first blade. The first blade is the only thing that can kill Abaddon. They help do this. It's kind of a win-win situation for them with the deal that's proposed. They go and meet Cain from Cain and Abel. In doing so, Cain realizes that him and Dean are a lot alike. Crowley's kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe this is the house it is. We got to leave. But Crowley plots all this stuff to his advantage. Dean ends up getting the mark of Cain from Cain. So now he has this hunger mixed with the first blade. You have to have both in order you can kill anything. It's just like the blade they had or the Colt. So now Dean has the one weapon, but the caveat is he has to kill to satiate the blade, or else. So they go through. Sam doesn't like that Dean's working with Crowley. They keep butting heads, but they work together. Some really amazing episodes from like episode 1 to like episode 15, just maybe even 17. Phenomenal episodes. Charlie's there, the Wizard of Oz. Charlie's in the Land of Oz at the moment. All right, that could have even been last season. I don't fucking remember. All of these wild things happen throughout this season, and Dean ends up killing Abaddon with the first blade. Metatron gets Castiel's followers to turn on him once they realize he stole a grace, this, that, and the other. Castiel refused to sacrifice Dean for the greater good of the angels. So, but in doing so, he gained Dean's trust. So Dean goes to fight Metatron. Metatron comes to Earth, start using his power, showing people healing is real. I wonder how it's actually going to affect season 10. Crowley gets to meet his son again. There was a whole bunch of things in there. And Metatron stabs Dean in the heart, pretty much killing him. And then Cass uses Metatron's outwits Metatron and gets him to confess over a PA system. So the angels lock up Metatron. Cass and Gadriel were both locked up at one point, did a whole Wookiee thing. Gadriel sacrifices himself as like a Unabomber, and that whole thing played out. So Dean dies, and Crowley tells Dean that he wasn't telling the whole truth, and that Mark's going to keep him alive. If he doesn't kill, he'll become a full demon. He has to kill kind of to stay alive at that point. And Dean opens his eyes, which I'm assuming probably is a demon, but by the looks of it, it was kind of green, so maybe it's something new. Maybe it's just a demon. I'm not quite sure. Sam reeling, trying to look for his brother. If after he said he wouldn't. It's good storytelling. Sam could be, for a lot of reasons, unlikable this season. Not for me. I understand Sam's emotions. I get the things that he says. But we got some good background on Dean, and it just seems like Dean is essentially the main character of all this. Everything seems really, really focused on him. But all in all, the season was impeccable. It was really good. I think it falls off in the back half compared to the first half of it, where season 8 was kind of well-rounded. The last episode, 20, 21, 22, and 23. 21 and 23 is really good. 20 was just setting up a sideshow or something. I don't fucking know. And then 22, the pre-ultimate, penultimate, whatever the fuck you guys call it, was it was okay. But overall, it was a good season. I don't think I have anything off the top of my head I can change. I know that the Mark of Cain will carry over to next season. Metatron's not dead. He's just locked up, so I'm sure we'll see him again. We'll see how Crowley deals with all of this, how Cass deals with all of this, with his grace, his stolen grace fading, potentially leading to him dying, and just see where we go from there. I'm looking forward to hopefully maybe seeing Kevin's ghost. I don't know how many times we're going to get Bobby's ghost. The vampire, the alpha vampire that said we'll see you next season, 3 seasons ago. Maybe with all this commotion and heaven now reopening, maybe we get the reemergence of God, because Crowley has the reemergence of Lucifer, so it seems, or the reemergence of being the king of hell, so it kind of seems like an even balance. I don't know. But I look forward to season 10. Season 9 was a lot of fun, so with all that out of the way, I'm going to throw this up on screen, and we're going to go through our season 9 JerAwards. So we're going to kick things off with favorite episode. Now, I go through these, you're going to see what I mean by that majority of the season was really good, and it falls off in the back end. Favorite episode nominees. Episode 1, I think I'm going to like it here. 2, Devil May Care. 3, I'm No Angel. 4, Slumber Party. 5, Dog Dean Afternoon. 7, Bad Boys. 10, Road Trip. 11, Firstborn. 14, Captives. That's right, Garth is a fucking werewolf. 15, hashtag Thin Man, the end of the Ghostfacers. 16, Blade Runners. Let's see, you have episodes 6, 8, 9, 13 missing from that, from the first 16 episodes. And then you have 21, King of the Damned, and 23, Do You Believe in Miracles? Believe it or not, my friends, my favorite episode of this is actually going to be episode number 5, Dog Dean Afternoon. Was a wild side kind of episode that was absolutely just bonkers. It was hilarious. Dean turned into a dog, basically, and it was super enjoyable to watch. My favorite episode of the season. I don't know. It just felt fun, I guess is the key word. Favorite scene nominees from 9-1, Bobby talking with Sam. 9-3, Cass having sex. Cass telling the boys that he had sex. 9-5, Dean being a dog. 9-9, Cass telling Theo's grace. 9-11, Crowley his deceiving plans revealed. From 9-19, Jody caring for Alex, Annie, Alexis, Ann. From 9-21, Dean using the Force to get his blade back. Or from the finale, Castiel getting Metatron to tell his whole story over a PA system. For me, very easily, my favorite scene was Cass stealing Theo's grace. Because that shit was cold-blooded, and it gave him back some old-school Cass mojo for a little bit. Top tier. Most heartbreaking scene from 9-1, Dean gaslighting Sam. From 9-3, Dean telling Cass he can't stay. From 9-6, Cass thinking he was going on a date, ended up babysitting. 9-7, Timmy letting his mom go. Dean not getting to the school dance with Robin. From 9-10, Dean mourning Kevin. From 9-12, Garth watching Bess get hurt. From 9-15, Ed watching Harry leave. 9-20, Ennis watching Tamara die. Or 9-23, Sam seeing Dean dying. Honestly, the most heartbreaking thing for me was Dean telling Cass he can't stay. And the reason I chose that is Cass was trying to find his way, and he finally feels like he has a home back again with the boys, and he has that lost puppy look on his face that was just devastating. Not to undermine Kevin's death, but that one hit me harder. Funniest scene, 9-1, Dean talking to Crowley. From 9-3, Cass telling the boys he had sex. From 9-5, Dean yelling at the mailman. From 9-8, I don't think we can unring that bell. I forgot they got their purity back. Their virginity, I should say. God, all that feels like forever ago. That was all this season. From 9-8, Dean talking about sex to the chastity group. From 9-10, Crowley calling Dean and Cass Laverne and Shirley. From 9-22, the why is 6 afraid of 7 joke, because 7, 8, 9. Funniest scene for me, Dean yelling at the mailman was really good, but Cass telling the boys he had sex was fucking amazing, because Dean was so happy before Gadriel took back over and interrupted his fun moment with him and his brother, but still. Favorite kiss, I had a couple on here. Cass and April from 9-3 was decent, but I actually gave it to Dean and Robin, 9-7. Now, it feels a little weird because it is kids, but you could tell that was Dean's first kiss. It was super wholesome, and like where he was in that stage in his life as a character, and Robin's exposition given, and the way that it happened was just so fucking wholesome. It just made me happy. So Dean and Robin get that spot. Favorite kill, Cass killing Hale from 9-1. From 9-3, Dean killing Maurice. 9-3, Dean killing April. 9-4, Charlie killing the Wicked Witch. 9-5, the dogs killing Chef Theo. From 9-8, Jody killing Vesta. From 9-9, Cass killing Theo. From 9-19, Jody killing Mama. Or from 9-21, Dean killing Abaddon. Let me tell you something. Jody killing Mama after all that shit that went down was fucking top tier, man. I loved it. Favorite kill goes to Mama Jody. Favorite quote, we just have one. You're good, but I'm Crowley. From season 9, episode 11 during the fight. A bar. Favorite case, I put 3 nominees. I kind of stopped keeping track once I found my winner. From 9-4, The Wizard of Oz. From 9-5, Homeward Bound, with him being a dog. From 9-7, Boys Home. This was the exposition on Dean being a young lad. That whole case, that whole everything, him being back in that house and seeing those old memories, just incredible. Just young Dean and what he went through and some of his trauma was I loved it. Favorite monster, I just put one from season 9, episode 4, The Wicked Witch of the West. It was so fucking goofy and so creative on that whole aspect. I couldn't not give it to him. Favorite ship? Dean and Robin. I had Cass and April, but we see how that turned out. Dean and Robin, for sure. Favorite friendship? Your nominees. Sam and Dean. Dean and Cass. Dean and Crowley. Now, Sam and Dean have only been dethroned 3 times so far in this show for favorite friendship. That was in season 4 with Dean and Cass. Season 5 was Bobby and the boys. Season 6 was Bobby and Rufus. Well, guess what? After back-to-back seasons, again, as favorite friendship, we're going right back to a new winner. Favorite friendship for season 9, Dean and Crowley. I loved it. Dean may not consider him a friend, but Crowley considers him a buddy, and that shit makes me happy. Least favorite character is Metatron. Shocking. Can't stand that fucking dude. Favorite character, your nominees. Sam, Dean, Castiel, Crowley, Charlie, Kevin, Garth, Jody. All the main peeps. Your winner, first ever back-to-back winner that's not Bobby, is Crowley. Crowley defending his season 8 status as favorite character, returns again as my favorite character here in season number 9. Hip hip. Top tier entertainment. Need a recap on that. Sam was my favorite character in season 1, Dean in season 2, Bobby in 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then Crowley in the last 2. Most underrated, I'm just going to give to Cass because, or we could give it to Hannah, but she flopped sides. I think Cass will be our most underrated, underappreciated in this season. When it comes to season names, season number 1, I'm just going to go down real quick. 2.5 Men. When I pause, the next one's going to be the next season. Season 1, 2.5 Men. 2, Deal or No Deal. 3, TikTok. 4, Touched by an Angel. 5, Apocalypse Now. 6, A Scrambled Mess. 7, Steaming Pile of Ooze. 8, I Write Sins Not Tragedies. And season number 9 has been entitled Metaverse. Metaverse is the title for season number 9 with the Metatron running heaven plus the Abaddon stuff. I thought it was pretty appropriate. I like it. I was trying to work on something about trust because there's a lot of trust issues, but I think Metatron's or Metaverse is perfect. Where does season 9 rank so far? I think season 9's right below season 8. Like I'm thinking like 5, 4, 8, 9 maybe. I don't know if I like season 9 more than I like seasons 1 and 2, to be perfectly honest. Seasons 1 and 2 are just, for some reason, already have like a special nostalgic place. And they're hunting to look for their dad and for Yellow Eyes. There's a lot of shit here and there. But I think as a whole season, I think 9 is a little better. For finales, we're going to recap finale names real quick. Season 1 was Terrorist / We Don't Trade Lives, or Terrorist. Exorcist / We Don't Trade Lives, Captain. 2, A Deal with the Devil. 3, Time's Up. 4, Double Agent. 5, Down the Rabbit Hole / Goodbye for Now. 6, Out with the Old, In with the New. 7, Alone. 8, And They All Fall Down. 9, the finale name for season 9 was Born Again. And that's Dean dying and coming back with his life as something new. Probably just a demon, though. I don't think the finale's that good. I'll keep it a buck. It was okay. It's like from the bottom, 7, 6, and then 9. You could, because I'm like, season 3 had a really good finale with Time's Up. Season 2 had a great finale. 8 had a good one. 4 had a good one. Season 1 had a phenomenal finale, in my opinion. And then 5 is just peak, These stats will probably be repeated. This is just a D20. Feel free to skip to the next timestamp in the time bar if you need to. This is for the Patreon peeps. Your last rolled number. Well, no, I'll talk about that in the beginning of the first episode. Just stats overall. Most rolled number for season 9 was number 20, rolled 4 times. Also the highest number. Lowest number was the number 1, rolled once. Double digits beat single digits, 19 to 12. Evens beat odds, 19 to 15. We had no back-to-back rolls of the same number. Numbers matching the episode was 9, 13, 14, and 20. On those episodes, we rolled that exact number. Numbers not rolled, the fewest ever, with 11 and 18. 11 and 18, the only 2 numbers we did not roll the whole time. Number 20 being rolled 4 times was crazy. We had a streak of, I think, about 5 different numbers that were all just different every single time we rolled it. Or maybe it was more than that. I can't remember. But regardless, those are those stats, and we'll wrap it up with the In Memoriam. Rest in peace. Some people are missing on this. I couldn't remember some names afterwards. Rest in peace to the following, in loving memory. Kim Shorts, Hale, Irv Franklin, the Navy Demon, Zeke killed, both priests killed by the angels, Exploding Angel Vessel, Angel Cass killed, Maurice, April Kelly, Peter Jenkins, James Haggerty, Wicked Witch of the West, Brad, the Cats, Chef Dio, Ephraim and his victims, Jack, Howard, Ruth, Timmy's mom, a bunch of born-again virgins, Vesta, Choir Angels, Biker Gang, Muriel, Theo, Kevin Tran, Tara, all the demons that try to ambush Dean, Crowley, and Kane, Russ, Joba, Joy, Casey Mills, Trey, Deputy Tom Norwell, Roger, Lola, Security Guards 1 and 2, Beth, all the bodies Crowley and Lola drained, 2 vampires in Sinclair Zoo, Shapeshifter in the zoo, Cubert Sinclair, Original, Mother Superior, Sister Agnes, all the angels Gadriel killed, Cody, Connor, Dale, other vamps killed, Man at the Bar at the Flashback, Mama, Irv, Abaddon, Esther, other angels killed by the suicide bombings and the suicide bombers, Tessa, Gadriel, and Dean Winchester, but just for a second. So again, Dean, Gadriel, Tessa, Abaddon, who else I got here? Kevin Tran, April Kelly, Irv Franklin, even Tamara, really. May those people rest in peace or rest in dirt. I'm excited for season number 10 with you all. I can't wait to go through it and keep it tracking. Like I said, we're encroaching on episode 200. We'll get there when we get there. Hopefully you've been enjoying it so far. Let me know your season rankings and even some of your own JerAwards. I always like reading your guys, what you all vibe with. And on that note, I'm going to go and head out. It's early. I'm going to go to bed. So as always, you can't tell my eyes are bloodshot. Links and everything in the description box down below. Playlist will be up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated. I'll catch you on the next one.